Hi again. I'm just going to replace the fuel line on this MTD Chipper shredder. I've been using it and it was running okay the other day. I had to run it on choke for some reason, but then it stopped altogether. So I always knew the carb wasn't brilliant on it. It wasn't the original one. It was one off of a Suffolk Punch, and they fit. So I had another one of the Suffolk Punch mowers, so I just took a carb off one of them, cleaned it up and put it on here today. Run fine, but now I have a fuel line leak. And on these, it runs right behind the cowling, right up underneath and then to the tank. So I'm going to take that off, but I've got to take the chute off first to release the cowling and that. I've took one bar out already, but I couldn't. There's something, I'm sure there's something under there to hold it on. Not sure how well you can see there, but this is beside the tank where I've just took the chute off. There's a little nut there that holds oil pipe on, and behind there, well, there's a fuel pipe, and it is in a rough state. I can feel it's in a rough state. And there's one nut there where my finger is, and there's one there, well, bolt, and I think that'll get the tank off then. I might have been able to actually sort of connect it to the other end of the pipe and pull it through, but I'm not going to actually do that. I'm going to get it off so I can see exactly what it's doing. So I'll get them out and I'll show you underneath when the tank's off. And I'll just bring you back in here quickly. I don't know how well you can see, but I've got all that loose, and then you can see there's a little tiny little bolt there that has to come out. Such a silly little bolt to have in there, but I think that's probably what's holding it now. So I'll get that out and then I'll be down to the fuel line. And actually it was a bit, I should have realised more. The line is, well, actually split in half now. It was in a bad state, but because you can't see it all, you don't realise how bad it actually is. So yeah, I'll get that last bolt. I'm sure that's will be this off then. So it was worth taking off because all that you can see all that muck in there. So I'm going to light a little bit better. Yeah, there's loads of muck in there, and you can see the pipe split there, and that slides through the back of the engine and comes out that side, well, behind the flywheel really, and then yeah, so it's all right through the sort of next to the engine. But that's off now. So I'll get a length of pipe in there ready, but tomorrow, it's a bit late now to start the compressor, but I'll blow all that out, and then hopefully that will solve it will solve the fuel leak. I don't think the carb was leaking this time. The last carb seemed to have a very sticky float, and for some reason, even when I took that off and let it hang, it still didn't drop fuel out until I pulled it down further. So that was sticking quite bad. That's why I just took the one off the other mower and cleaned that out, and that seemed to be fine. But then we were doing a bit of shredding today, and it was playing up a bit, but then I noticed there was loads of fuel being thrown out of there, so, or out of there really, but the whole pipe is in poor condition. So I'll go and find a piece, I'll clamp it back on there, get it back in place there, and then in the morning I'll just blow it down and then get back together. I did think about putting a new reed coil on it at the same time. Doubt I will actually. It looks okay. And once you've sort of done a job once, you know how to go about it again. I didn't realise them bolts were like round there, but I know now. The engine runs all right. That's because the oil's clean and everything. It's not a bad little thing. It actually does a decent job. I've got a bigger, you might know if you watch my other channel, but I've got a Titan Pro, 15 horsepower. Well, it's a sort of a Honda copy engine, a Lifan engine on it, and that chips up the thicker stuff, like up to 3.5 inch or something like that. I just use this for the light hedge and stuff. The stuff the chipper won't really. I find the thinner stuff will block the bigger chipper up, but this, it just goes through. Let's get a torch on. If you watch around, it's got little shreddery bits on it. If you can see at the back, you'll hear them. And you can chip down that pipe if you want. You can push the bigger bits down there, but to be honest, it's not brilliant. It must be cutting on those, but it's not brilliant. It'll do. Yeah, you can see there. But I don't really want it for that, so I only put the odd bit in there if it's a bit too thick to go through there. Well, I've put the new fuel line in now. You can't see it very well because I'm in the way. There we go. You can just see it there. I put a clip on it just to be safe, really. I think it was quite hard to get on because it's quite a narrow hole on there. But I'll probably have to put it in some boiling water just to expand it to put on the tank the other end. But I'm not worried. I prefer it to be a tighter fit than a loose fit. So yeah, it's too late now to blow this out with the compressor, otherwise I could have got it done. But at least I know there's a nice new brand new hose pipe. So that should be fine now. That should be hopefully the end of my fuel leaks on this thing. And I'll either make an air filter. I have got some sponge there. I'll either make one or I'll buy the proper one. If I can find the proper one, I'll go in a minute and have a look. And I'll get one ordered just so this is sort of proper really, because like I said, it is a handy tool. So yeah, I'll just show you it finished off tomorrow when I've blown it down. And I have just got as well, just wash the tank out because the tank isn't very nice. So, and actually the tank, I'll show you quickly, isn't in the greatest condition. I don't know whether you can pick them up on camera, but there are some cracks on it, like through age. You can't really pick it up brilliantly on there, but there is some sort of crack. Oh, you might be able to see it there on the end a little bit where the shiny bit is. There's cracks on it. Can't seem to get one in the UK. Seems to be plenty in the US. I might order one just so it's sort of off the list and done properly, because this is a tool I plan to sort of keep for the time being, so I might as well get it right. Well, now I've blown all the engine down with the airline, well, good enough anyway, and I'm just going to put the recoil cover back on. Worked out you can put this back on without the tank connected now. It just slips in differently, but I've got to put the wire to basically the stop switch, and that did tuck behind there, if I remember rightly, that bit there. So I'll try and the only other thing I've got to connect is governor spring. So just let me try and get that behind there. And then if I do a little bit of a tight fit. These engines were not the most sensible design really to work on. Everything sort of seems to be so sort of close together, you know, it just doesn't seem to be any room. They're sort of as if they fit all the bits into one side of the engine, and sort of nothing one side and everything on the other side, because exhaust and the carb are both this side, and then there's sort of nothing this side. The light fell. Usually, you know, you have one side and one the other, or mainly you do, but it is what it is, I suppose. And just gonna check that that's all good there. I'll get that governor spring, because I remember it went in the bottom hole, so that will do us. That looks to be all okay, I think. So yeah, there was actually, let's go around this side. There was actually, that one was missing. It wasn't in it when I took it, or did I take that? I can't remember. But we have that little screw there, and we have two at the bottom, which one wasn't in. So I'll just get what we have got. Actually, I took a couple out of another mower the other day. I'm hoping that might go in there. I think it will. So yeah, the mower I took the carburetor off for this. That's where that come from. So at least it'll be recycled, really, I suppose. So I'll just nip that down, that one there. Just check that isn't affecting that. It isn't. And then there's one right, that you can't see it, but it's right down the bottom under there. So I've got another one there. Try to get this done once and for all, really, because it's worked alright, but it's just never. It's one of them things I've sort of repaired and it's never sort of quite been right. You know, sometimes get them jobs. Things aren't quite 100% right. I'm not sure whether that one has actually been rung off in there. No, it hasn't. It is actually there. So I think it was probably one of them longer ones for that. So yeah, I'll just get them in and I'll pop back and we'll carry on. Well, I'll carry on showing you the engine going back together. So now we've done all that, all that's bolted on. I did use a different bolt, well, like a little pointed one that sort of finds its own way in, a little threaded thing. I found one that was a bit bigger, had a bigger head on it, so I could get an 8mm on it. So in the future, if I have to get it off, it's easier with the 8mm. So that's what I did. So yeah, just there's the new fuel pipe. So I'll fit the tank. The tank, like I said, the tank isn't great. That bit's actually come away, but it doesn't really seem to leak it doesn't really seem to leak from the bottom. It's more around the top. It's tank's in poor condition, so for the time being it can stay on there. All it does, I'll just show you, there's like a piece there that slides in to there, and then in there yet or not? I think it is, and then all you've got is around this side. Yep, so I've just got to put them two bolts back in and there, and then connect that to there. So I'll just trim off that where I think it's got to be. I am going to have to put some of that in, the end of that into hot water, so it'll slide over there. But yeah, I'm getting there now. I managed to get it in the tub a little bit. Problem is the water's gone a bit cold now. Actually, that's still on my finger. About a few seconds. It might just make it pliable enough just to get it started. It is a bit better. Yeah, we're winning. That didn't really go to plan, so in the end I put a bolt in and to open the pipe up a little bit, and then a little bit of WD-40, and I got it on. What I should have done is put it on first before I put the pipe through, but yeah, you live and learn. But yeah, that went on okay in the end. Yeah, that's all done now. I did do one other thing afterwards. If I can find the carburettor I had, there it is. I changed that over from the carb that was on it to the carb that's on it now, because I felt that the one that was on here sort of popped on and held on there. They just sort of pops off, that plastic bit does, so I didn't really like that. So well, that's what it does, but you know, the other one held on much better. This one seemed to pop off. So yeah, hopefully that is all that sorted now. I haven't tried it. You know, I've not had it out of the shed, but maybe this week. I might try it this week. Morning. The chipper shredder, the MTD chipper shredder, which I did the repair on the carb. I replaced the carb and did a fuel line. Is out today, job. So I'll show you it just chipping or shredding some of that in a minute. And yeah, it seems to be running well. No fuel leaks. So that's the main thing. It's running all right, no fuel leaks. I've just put a temporary bit of sponge in for the air filter at the moment because I still haven't ordered one, but yeah, it's done that this morning already. Got rid of a whole bulk bag of stuff actually. So yeah, it seems to be working okay. But yeah, I'll just show you a little demo of it, and there will be a review of this on my other channel, on the Mowers and Stuff channel. So yeah, if you want to pop over and have a look at that, and that's just more of a sort of in-depth sort of review, yeah. So there you can see it's fixed now, and no sign of any fuel leaks. The speed you just heard it running before I stopped it is the lowest it actually revs, well, ticks over. That's because there's a reduced number of holes on there compared to the original carb. So I could drill new ones, but to be honest, it's either running fast or I stop it, so it doesn't really need to tick over slow. But yeah, that sort of mechanism there on top of the sort of butterfly bit that controls the butterfly, yeah, it's got less holes on it than on the original one, so I had to just do it to sort of where the nearest one was. Yeah, pleased that's done. Just I still haven't remembered to look up the air filter. Doesn't need an air filter in it, then I can consider that sort of okay then. So yeah, something out of the shed and stay in the van now. So thanks for watching.